everyone. So happy, I didn't even check the date, June the 23rd. It's the 25th on Friday, because that's when I'm having my surgery. Fingers crossed it's still going ahead. They've cancelled it so many times that I'm not trusting until I'm actually in there having it done, then we'll go with it. But yes, so it's the 23rd today. This is Wednesday. It's quite a nice day, not too hot compared to how it's been before. I think we're on about 26 today-ish. So I don't know what that is in American. But hey, if editing Zoe fancies putting it in, she will. So how is everyone? So how's June been? So I know this video's quite quick after my last video, just because this month has been awful, and I thought if I don't post it, I'm not going to have time to do anything. So yeah, so I still do that, don't I? So always with the so. So this is a Flosstube channel. So it's a channel about sort of stitching, mainly cross stitching, bit of knitting this month, sometimes some crochet, other needlecraft hobbies that I have. And my name is Zoe, and Coco is one of my cats. So hopefully I'll get her down out of, she's on the scratch post at the moment over there. So I'll get her down so you can have a good look at her and her spotty belly. So in this house and on this channel, every day, Black Lives Matter, love is love, no human is illegal, science is real, feminism is for everyone, and kindness is important. Okay, so here's one of my foster cats coming to knock over my tripod. Please don't touch it. Thank you. So yeah, so like I said, I'm Zoe. My pronouns are she, her, and we're going to start off with my whips. So the start of the month, so if you remember from the very end of my last video, I had started on my pandemic, so I carried on working on that and trying to remember where I put everything. So this is on Crafty Kitten fabric in I can't remember what the colourway is. If I remember, I'll write it in. If not, it was on my previous videos. But so this is Long Dog Samplers Pandemic. So I'm doing it in the Silks For You sort of neutral, natural colour tank. And that is where I got to. So I put in 2,347 stitches. That one. So my goal is to do about 2,000 every month on this one. So yeah, so I just started at that. I think I've got a little rooster or chicken in on that side so far, and then I've left this space because this is where the other half of the date will go, and I want to put the date that I finish it, and I have no faith in myself, so I'm not going to put that date in until nearer the time. So so that's that one. That is on 40 count, 1 strand over 2. I did try doing 1 strand over 1, but what I found is, because a lot of this sampler is the negative, relies on the negative space, the colour coming through, because of the thickness of the floss, it was encroaching on a lot of that negative space, and because I've got such a lovely coloured fabric, I didn't want to hide it all behind the white. So perhaps if I'd done it on a white fabric with a fancy coloured floss, I would have kept with the 1 over 1, but this is over 1 over 2. There we go. So then I picked up my Dark Queen of the Sea sampler, which is by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So this one I'm doing, oops, forgot I had the threads tied in there. This one I'm doing on the Called For fabric, which was the Under the Sea fabrics that Leslie had done for it. So I got the floss pack and not the floss pack, the fancy floss, you know, and the beads. And here we go. So I've made a few little edits to this. If you look back over my previous videos, it'll go through them in more detail. But I changed the hair, the skin, the horns. And then this month's piece was her tentacles down here, once I get this. So it was this, all this section here. I think, yeah, this bottom one. So that was this month's piece. So, and love the shading in there and all the colours. Yeah, so then July's piece, I believe, I mean I'm hoping so because it's the last chunk, is going to be her tentacles over here and this edge. And then in August is the last piece, which is just going to be all the beadwork and any of the final back stitch. So yeah, so really looking forward to having this one finished. Although when my sister came over, she did say that she really liked this piece. And I said, well, you can't have this one, this one's mine. And but yeah, so I might end up, because I know in my previous video I said about wanting to do another one, but like having so many whips to do. And if my sister wants a piece, I might have to stitch one for her at some point. Maybe not like right now though. I might give myself a bit of a break in between the two. You know, to work on some of my other whips that I have. You know, because I've got one or two. So, and that was 3,290 stitches there. And then next I did pick up my Haid, so my supersize max colour Amazing Animal Kingdom. I will insert a photo somewhere. And I worked on it for a couple of hours and I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I had my goal to meet and I was like, I don't want to. I'm not, like, I can't. So I raided my cupboard and my whip cupboard, and I picked out Harriet Salt to do. So this is on a piece of Extrude Designs fabric. It was a greyish because I specifically requested it. So it doesn't have an actual name. I believe on the tag she just put greyish because that was literally what I asked for. So it's kind of a little bit pink, like got a little pinky hue maybe. But it was pretty much exactly what I wanted when I said greyish. And yeah, so I think I had sort of A, B and part of C done. And I basically worked till I'd finished the alphabet. So the first alphabet. And then just finished off my thread, starting the second one. So yes, this is on 56 count, 1 strand over 2, and again this is using a Silks for You floss. Ooh, if you don't mind the crackling, I will find the number. It is, when I get into it, PR148. So it is a nice blue, there's a cat hair in it, blues, purples, magentas, so it's a bit of a cooler pink than that, but yeah, so lovely colour there. And yeah, so I'm doing 1 strand over two threads. So yeah. So I don't think this is picking it up very well, but yeah, this is the top alphabet that I wanted to get done. So this was 2,287 stitches that I put into that one. But yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. Working with the variegated floss, it is a bit of a challenge. So working out the route I'm going to take around the letter so that because I'm working each, but give or take, I'm doing each cross individually, and it's working out how to do each letter so that I end up in an appropriate place to carry on the letters, but also that my colour path goes, you know, progresses right, and then there's not any carrying on the back. So I do carry in between the letters, but it's only across 1 or 2 spaces, so I don't mind that. But yeah, so it is quite a nice it's quite relaxing just to have to plot the route in my head and stitch it. You know, it's very small. It just helps me take my mind off a lot of things. So yeah, so I do love this one. But yeah, so, and I'm very lucky at the minute I can do this one without magnification. So, but at some point I probably will need, because, you know, we don't keep our good vision forever. Oh, and this is a Love You More Studio Co bag, project bag / book sleeve. So if you hop over onto Michelle at Bendy Stitchy, she has a discount code because she is a rep, and I use her discount code, so you can hop over there. This one I liked, it's got foxes and bunnies, although I believe this was like spring or autumn or something, so I don't know if you can get this one, but they're all, you know, quite nice. So yeah, so that was how it sold. So then I did go back to my Haid. I'm not going to pull it out, partly because it's behind me and it's heavy, and also because I've got it rolled on the frame, so even if I showed it to you I won't be able to show you what I've done. So I'm going to hopefully take it out of the frame and unroll it a bit and take a picture so that I can show you. So I put in 4,111 stitches. My goal each month is to put in 4,000 stitches, and if I do that then I should have it finished within 20 years. Yep. So so I did make that. It took me quite a while because I did a lot of, there's a lot of days sort of that last week that I wasn't stitching. I was knitting instead because I just wasn't able to sit and stitch, you know, as I'd pick up my knitting 10 minutes here and there and then put it down, which I'm comfy doing with my knitting. I'm not as comfy doing that with my Haid because you sort of have to get into where I'm going. So yeah. So my knitting I picked up, I believe I started it last month, but I think I'd only just started it, so I don't think I showed it to you. So this is the Hercule Poirot Holiday Shawl by Crimes and Knitting, and it sort of worked. It's a half moon shawl, so this is where you start. So you start there with the tab cast on, and you work sort of this section, and then you do short rows to work this section, which is working with the two colours, and then short rows again and working a lace section, which is this one, and then after this there'll be a full border again that I'm going to be doing in the dark grey. So in the original pattern it called for basically the darker colour to start with, and then you progress to the lighter colour, but I have a lot more pink than I do grey. So this is a Rico Dream Baby double knit yarn. So I love the baby knit yarn. It is so soft, much too nice for babies. So this will be my second shawl that I've knitted using the baby wool. But yeah, so I'm using just the two colours. So this is like a baby pink, a very pale baby pink, and then a dark grey, partly because they were the only two colours that were in at my local shop on sale. So I thought, yeah, they'll go, we'll do that. But I've spent quite a while working on that. I was hoping to have this finished before I went in for surgery, since it's now 2 days away and I still have like 30 rows to do, and the rows are like 400 stitches each. That's not going to happen. So, but I'll have it finished at some point. But yes, I was doing that over quite a lot of the days last week, just sort of picking it up, putting it down. But yeah, so that is all my whips. That's all my stitching whips. So I have got a quick shout out to do for my giveaway, because I forgot in my last giveaway to draw the giveaway from my 19th video. So I did do the drawing. There are 2 winners for it. So Bobo Crafts got the went in for the country piece, the countryside piece for Leslie Tier, and the baby piece, which was the elephant and the 2 bears. So you won that one, so I already have your address because you won a giveaway before, so I will send that to you. And then Aussie Maria, you won the Home Sweet Home piece. So I don't have your address, so I will put my email down below, and if you can email me your address, but then also message on this video to say that you've emailed me, and that way then I know that whenever I get an email through saying, you know, I'm Aussie Maria, that it is you. I mean, I know it's only a pattern, but it's just, I don't want a random person emailing. That has happened on another channel, so I'm now ever paranoid that I'm not going to send it to the right person. So, but yes, well done for winning those pieces. I haven't got a giveaway sort of this time for this video, but I will be resuming that next video, just in case something happens. Obviously with my surgery, things might get delayed and I don't want anything like that happening. So but one thing I do have is I ended up, there was a mistake with shipping, and I ended up having 2 packs of the one of the Silks for You Silk of the Month bundles, and I messaged Jo and was like, oh, I got 2, can I send one back? And she's like, you know what, she's like, keep it, give it away to a friend. So that will be coming up on a giveaway, on my next giveaway soon, so you can keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, so a little bit of haul. It's not here yet. It is coming from America, so I don't know when it'll be here. I will probably talk about it again when it does come, but because I'm worried that it will sell out and she'll die more, but you know, I was watching Ymir's video, Almond M&Ms, and her, I can't remember if it's her latest video or another one, it was like a Flosstube extra where she was just talking about her new dye lot that she'd done, but silks, and they're skin tone silks. Specifically, they are diverse skin tone silks, so you have a lovely range of browns ranging from quite a nice rich dark brown to lighter browns. So I believe there's 5 different shades, and then one that she did as a variegated mix, and she has basically each colour is doesn't have a name, it has a date of a year when something important happened. I can try and explain it, but I would just be basically repeating word for word everything she said, which I don't think is right. So I will link her channel below. If I can work out how to do it, I'll link her actual video, but if you just go to her channel, you'll find it. It's like one of the last ones. And you can watch her and listen to her explain why she picked those years, what was important about them, and she does a much better job than I could ever do. So that's why I ordered those. I also ordered a few of her other silks, because I believe when I first looked at Ymir's silks, they didn't ship to England, so I was like, oh, I can't order any. And then when she launched this, I was like, oh, I wonder, you know, if I can, and I went on and it did, so I ordered some more. So I will be getting those. So I ordered the pack of 6 of the skin tones, which I am hoping to use. Ymir's also hoping to dye a lot more skin tones in those shades. So I will be sort of collecting those as we go, so that I can use them in skin conversions in my sort of, I know I have a couple of mirabilias that I want to do, or I will be doing skin conversions for, because they are representing people. So I don't know if you remember, if you have watched a previous video, my current mirabilia that I'm working on is Portrait of Veronica, who's a lovely lady in green dress, and I've changed her to being Marie Curie, and also I'm hoping to add the names of some of the radium girls that died due to radium poisoning, and on that piece, because radium had one of its characteristics was being green and glowing green, and she's wearing a green dress, and it just worked. Some of the other ladies that I've got are also going to be historical figures or important figures, and obviously they are not white because the world isn't white. So I will be doing skin conversions, so I'll be, like I said, getting the thread packs from Ymir, and bringing up pictures of these ladies and trying to match up some skin colours. But yeah, so looking forward to that one. I know my Cathedral Woods goddess, she is hopefully next on the list, but I need to work out a nice skin conversion for her. But yeah, and I believe that is all the stitchy. Yep, that's all the stitchy stuff. So if you want to stick around for a bit of a life update, feel free. If not, no hard feelings. I know some of you, you know, there's so many Flosstubers to watch. You just want to watch what stitching is, what they're working on, and then crack on. That is fine. So don't forget to, if you like this video, like it. If you didn't like this video, dislike it. And, you know, comment, subscribe, do the things. That would be really helpful. And yeah, so life updates. So like I mentioned at the start, I'm going in for surgery on Friday, fingers crossed. So I'm having a trochleoplasty done. So hopefully I will write it up there and I will spell it correctly, because I don't know how to spell it. So I will Google it and write it there. It's quite an invasive procedure on my leg. I'm not going to go into detail about it here because some people will get quite squeamish. If you want to go and Google it, feel free. If you don't. No, you know, that's up to you. That's fine. So basically I've had problems with my knees ever since I was 10. With my knees keep dislocating and my legs breaking and ligaments snapping, all partly due to my medical condition, which is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And I've had 4 surgeries on that knee so far to try and stabilise it. So far none of them have worked. This is pretty much my last chance at current, you know, medical knowledge. This is it, to try and stabilise and repair it. Due to a lot of previous surgeries, there's been a lot of damage done, so there's a lot of things that can't be done to fix that knee now, because it's like, oh, there's not enough left of you to actually do these things, because there's bits of ceramic and screws and pins and all sorts in there. So we're hoping this one's going to work. If it doesn't, my personal surgeon is happy to refer me to have it amputated. That's a big decision for me to think about. I had made my decisions, and I was quite happy to go for that if it didn't work. And then unfortunately I realised how expensive a prosthetic leg would be. It'll be in the range of about £10,000 per year, plus maintenance costs. And I don't have that sort of money. You know, being disabled in the UK, I can't work. And in the UK, you know, I have a very limited benefit, which just about funds my basic medical care. It would not extend to fund a prosthetic leg. So now I am less enthusiastic about that option. So I'm hoping this works, because if it doesn't and I have to have the leg removed, I wouldn't walk again, which is a big thing to lose. I already use a wheelchair a lot of the time when I leave the house, because I can't walk long distances, you know, but I can get up, you know, I can stand, I can walk a little bit, I can get around the house, I can walk up the stairs just about, you know. And the disease has already taken a lot, and that would be something else that I couldn't do, which would be really not great. So, you know, praying this one works. But yeah, there's been a lot of things to sort prior to surgery. So things like COVID tests that I've never had to do before. That's taken 3 weeks to sort, because nowhere could decide where I was allowed to have a COVID test. Nobody wanted to do it. They were like, no, you can't have it here. No, we're not going to do it. No, you can't have it there. Well, you can have it done at the hospital you're going to have the surgery at. But that's an 8-hour round trip, which is really inconvenient for a COVID test. So, but luckily I managed to get a last minute sort of reprieve yesterday where it's like, oh, you can have it done if you go like right now. There's this place that are willing to do it and send us the results. So yeah, if you can go now, please. So yeah, so I went. Was an experience. It was my first COVID test. So yeah, so sticking some up your nose and down your throat was not great, but needs must. So I did that. And I got my results back this morning. I was all clear, which was great. I've not seen another person in a long time, so I hoped that I was all clear. But yeah, but I just needed the magic piece of paper that said that I was. So now I've got that. I have my hospital transport sorted to get me there. They still don't know how long they're going to be keeping me in for, whether it's going to be a day surgery, whether it's one night, whether it's 2 nights. So I don't know. So I can pack for 2 nights. They don't have. I'm not going to be on a regular ward because of COVID. So I will be in the theatre ward bit. So I can't actually take like a load of stuff with me. So it's got to be a very sort of skeleton bag, you know, just my emergency supplies really. So things like my, you know, the splints that I would wear at night to stop my ankles and that dislocating at night. It's like, well, I'm not going to have room for those. I can't take my back splint. I'm not going to be able to take my shoulder splints because I have to make room for my hand and ring splints because I'm going to be using crutches after the surgery. So I need to be able to keep my hands and my wrists together so that I can use them. So I will be taking my own crutches because I do have special extra tall crutches made. Well, I didn't have them made. The hospital sourced them for me. So I will be taking those because I'm slightly too tall for regular crutches, so it would mean me slouching. So I'll be taking my own crutches and my own wheelchair. So I have to get lots of labels on, stick it on to be like, this is Zoe's, don't move it. Because obviously a lot, you know, I mean, my wheelchair is very clearly not a hospital wheelchair, but crutches are crutches, like, you know, so I need to label them all to be like, these are Zoe's, don't move them. So I'll be clinging on to them as I go down to theatre, like, these are mine. So I'm sure it'll be fine. You have to laugh. If I don't laugh, I will cry. So I'm going to keep laughing hysterically and hope it all goes well. I trust my surgeon. You know, I have sort of 3 anaesthetists there that seem to all be familiar with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome from things that they've said before. So, you know, hopefully they'll be there. There's a cardiologist that's going to be in the hospital. He won't be obviously in theatre with me, but he'll be close enough that if anything did happen to my heart, he would be within distance, you know. So I don't have anything specifically wrong with my heart. It's more the veins and the arteries, because obviously Ehlers-Danlos affects the collagen, the things that make your body elastic is collagen, and mine doesn't. So so I just need someone to monitor that my heart doesn't explode. So, which is not great, but that's one of the risks of living with this disease. Being in surgery doesn't exacerbate that as much. You know, it doesn't make it more likely to happen. It's just something they have to be aware of. Obviously, because your heart works more when you're losing blood and things like that. Obviously, they're going into my leg where there's major veins, major arteries. So they just have to keep that aware. But yeah, and then when I come home, I will be a little bit mobile, so I'll be able to, you know, get myself up, like go to the toilet, go back into the bed. I won't be going up and downstairs, so I'll be stuck upstairs for at least the first week. I can't see me coming downstairs, just because of the amount of stress that will put on my body trying to manoeuvre downstairs without really using a leg and without really bending another leg is not great, and I could hurt myself. So I'll be stuck upstairs for the first week. So we might have a stitch with me in bed, like Darcy does. Hey, if I can pick up my tripod up there in a good enough position that you can actually see, you know, anything, and not just the wall, because I can't see that making a very good video, just having a view of my wall. There's not even anything on the wall, it's just a plain wall. So if I at least had my cross stitch on there, that would be great, but I unfortunately haven't got around to finishing and framing most of my cross stitch yet, so to go on the wall. So it's just empty frames in a pile at the minute. So maybe that's something to do after surgery. I can sit on my bed and I can lace my frames, so that'll be one goal to do. So but yeah, so today I'm obviously filming this. I might edit this today, if not I will be editing and posting it tomorrow. It's my goal. Tomorrow I will be obviously getting my bag packed, all my sort of last minute things, because I don't have duplicates of most things, so I will be using them tonight and then tomorrow night, so it's trying to get them bagged. I won't be sleeping really tomorrow night, so I'm going to have an afternoon nap, you know, like a cat. I'll go for a cat nap in the afternoon, because I will be leaving here around 2 AM ish to get to the hospital on time. And I know that if I went to bed and then tried to wake up at like 1 AM, I would be in no fit state for any journey. Obviously I'm getting transport, so I haven't got to worry about me driving, which is good, because then if I do fall asleep, it's not the end of the world. But I do get a car sick, so it's like lots of little things. It's not like I can't do this because this will happen and this will happen and I can't do that. But yeah, so we should be all good. I'm going to wrap up this now because my dad is currently just outside this door right here, trying to lay a step. And I says, well, while you stop for lunch, I'm going to do my video before you go back to hammering. And he's finished his lunch and he's ready to go back to the hammering. So like I said, hopefully my surgery goes well. Please pray. If you are a praying person, send good juju, good vibes, fingers crossed, all the things for me would be great. And I will be posting, even if it's only a little video, once I'm home and I'm settled, just to let everyone know that I'm okay. So I do have some of the, you know, the little cross stitch kits you get in the magazines, the teeny tiny ones. I have like a whole bunch of those, so it's like they're going to be perfect for me to take to the hospital, because if something happens to them and they get lost, like if you know, if my Haid got lost or if this got lost, I would be distraught. But if one of those goes missing, it's not the end of the world. And also I don't have to think too much, because you know, you don't have to count too much. I can pick it up, put it down. There's only going to be like 4 colours and it's like this big. So so I'll have a couple of those hopefully finished to show you. But like I said, I will do a quick video. If you follow me on Instagram, I will hopefully update on there as I'm going. Most hospitals now have Wi-Fi. I don't know what the Wi-Fi is going to be like, as to whether I'll be able to upload photos and things. But yeah, so hopefully I will see you next week, even if it's only a quick 2-minute, I made it, I'm home, and it went as planned or didn't go as planned, you know, whatever happens. But yeah, so I'm just going to pause this and go and grab Coco, because she's still on the scratch post, and I'm going to show you her spotty belly because I think it is adorable. So hold on, here we go. So I've just woke her up off the scratch post, so she's a little bit sleepy. But yeah, but here is her partial cut. The first cut always takes the longest, so I mainly just get the bulk off here. She has baggy. You're gonna stay still. She still has baggy pants, because normally I would have shaved this bit, but I didn't get a chance, and her tail's a bit scraggy. Mainly because this took about an hour and a half, and she gets bored. And once she's had enough, we've had enough. But yeah, you're going to show off your spots. There we go. Look at these spots. Look, spot, 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 spot. But yeah, she's like, Mum, she's like, don't show my special bits to the strangers on the internet. But yeah, so there we go. She's not very happy. She's definitely happier after her cut, because she has such a thick undercoat, she really struggles with the heat, up to the point that she won't eat, she won't drink. So that's why I shave her, and I give her her haircut, so it is a lot less stressful than having a stranger do it. So yeah, so we do that. But there we go. So we're going to wave bye-bye to all the lovely people. Yeah, you're going to wave bye-bye. She's not very happy. She's like, I was sleeping. But, you know, considering she wakes me up at 3 AM by, you know, like in a really creepy way, she will stroke your face like this. You know, like a serial killer would. It's really freaky. It is the creepiest thing that she has ever done, and every morning it terrifies me when I wake up and it's just stroking your face. See, she doesn't like it when you do it to her. No. So there's something going on out there. So she's like, now that I'm up, I have to go and investigate all the things. But yeah. So, but yeah, because she wakes me up at stupid o'clock in the morning, I think I'm allowed to wake her up in the middle of the day. I think they're the rules, aren't they? Coco. Coco. You're going to wave bye-bye. Yeah. And we're going to say thank you to all our subscribers. And thank you to all our viewers. And we love you lots. And you are loved. And we will see you soon. Love you.